It's June! Happy Pride, everybody! Hello, my name is Heather. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're an old friend, also thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I would really appreciate it. It would help me a lot. It's Pride, particularly with so much going on in the world. I really wanted to highlight some queer-owned brands for Pride. In all things, and including in perfume, we can celebrate the LGBTQIA 2S plus community. I will link to sample sets if they are available for every single brand down below so we can try things out. And I would love to know what you think of any of these brands. It'd be really cool if we supported some queer-owned brands during Pride and beyond. First brand I'm going to talk about is Arquiste. Founded in 2011 by Carlos Huber, a queer architect and restoration expert from Mexico, Arquiste practices olfactive restoration, which translates to historical storytelling through perfumery. I don't have a lot of experience with this brand. I see this brand around all the time. I haven't really got a chance to smell anything, unfortunately, but I am really actually quite excited for their new release, Tropical. This has got some like lime and guava and champaca and some mahogany and vanilla underneath. That sounds super interesting. I'm actually really excited on this one, and I'm really looking forward to getting a sample of this when it comes out. Brand number 2 is Boy Smells. I have also not sampled anything from this brand, unfortunately, so I really have some work to do in like sampling all these brands. So Boy Smells is known for their cheeky candles. This queer-owned brand also releases a line of genderful, genderless fragrances. Genderful reflects the evolving thinking around gender, where neither binary gender codes nor terms like genderless or unisex feel relevant. It is permission to try all things that you've been told are off limits. Another quote from them: "We wanted to have products that were embracing masculine and feminine simultaneously in a simple and straightforward way that wasn't overly targeted to one gender. It's permission to harness your power from wherever you want it." I like that because I have often said smells don't have genders. It's all marketing. Wear what you want. It's totally cool. Oh, first of all, I should say they recently did like a branding repackage of their scents. So they used to look like this, and now they look like this. 2 scents from this brand I'm excited to try actually when I was looking into them. One is Rosy Cheeks. It's got like blackcurrant and pomegranate in the top, rose and sandalwood in the base. I think that would be really lovely. It sort of sounds really up my alley. I would really like to try that. And another scent that I would be interested in trying is Banana Pudding. They just came out in little travel sprays of that. It's got like cardamom and cocoa bean in the top, and then like banana and vanilla cream and sandalwood in the base. Sounds super interesting. I would love to try it. So those are 2 that I'm kind of excited by. Hi, editing Heather here. I just wanted to add quickly that I am on the website for Boy Smells right now while I'm editing this, and they have a new scent called Citrush. Well, it's an old scent that they've released in their new packaging again. 10% of Citrush sales go to the Trevor Project, which is dope charity. So that's great. Third brand I wanted to highlight was Malin and Goetz. Popular for their amazing smelling bath goods, Malin and Goetz makes unisex perfume blends of their fragrances you know and love. Malin and Goetz were deemed the first couple of grooming by GQ magazine. Co-founders Matthew Malin and Andrew Goetz opened their first apothecary in New York City back in 2004. Since then, the duo has treated us to nearly 2 decades of luxurious and uncomplicated skincare, always using natural ingredients. I have a bit of experience with this brand. I don't unfortunately have any of the samples currently available to me, but I have smelled dark rum, which is like exactly how it sounds. It's really like dark rum scent. It's really very pretty. I think it was ultimately a little too much for me, but I really enjoyed it. Also smelled leather scents, and I really don't get along, but like it does smell nice on paper. And also I've tried strawberry, and strawberry is actually more of like a green take on a strawberry scent, which was really interesting. Maybe not ultimately for me, but also just very interesting. So I would highly recommend getting your nose on them. Something I'm excited to try. So I haven't smelled Bergamot from Malin and Goetz, but it sounds really interesting. It's got like grapefruit and lemon and lime in the opening. Seems really like bright, but it's also got like some black pepper and cardamom in the mid. Sounds like something super interesting and that I would love to try. So I'm going to try to get my nose on this. The next brand I wanted to highlight is Snif. Snif has genderless, affordable fragrances and candles that smell even more expensive than they are, They were founded in 2020 by Phil Ripertella and Brian Edwards. The queer-owned brand firmly believes a great scent should break hearts, not the bank, and its offerings are affordable despite being made with high-quality, clean ingredients. And Snif rebels against gendering of fragrances and wants to promote inclusivity. Phil Ripertella told CNN, "At Snif, we're removing gendered words from the fragrance conversation, making scents that are loved by everyone. Our LGBTQIA+ community has always been an incredible inspiration for us to keep creating products and a brand that is authentic and inclusive to everyone." So I have some Snif fragrances on hand. So there's two in my collection. First one being Crumb Couture. There's like Snif proper, and then there is like their No Noses brand, which is their secret menu. This is from the secret menu. You can see I am probably more than halfway through that. Crumb Couture basically smells like a berry croissant. You can smell the like buttery croissant. You can smell sort of like a blackberry jam. I get the like, you know when croissants can have like the sugared crust on top sometimes? You can get that. Just smells like a baked good. I can see my husband sniffing over there. He has nodded his head in agreement. Yeah, so this is like a very like photorealistic, buttery, jammy croissant. It is delightful. I love this scent a lot. So that is Crumb Couture by Snif. I also own Soda Snob. This is again part of their No Noses collection. Soda Snob is again a photorealistic gourmand. It smells exactly how you think it's going to smell. It smells like a Coca-Cola. But out of all the Coca-Cola scents that I've tested, because there's been a couple, there's one by Killian, there's another by Montel de Tonka Cola. I smelled that. This one I find to be the most wearable, maybe like slightly less realistic than the others, but it's sweet. You get like a kick of lime at the top. It's got like that sort of like spicy thing underneath it. It smells like Coke, and it's really, really beautiful. And I think it's the most wearable of all the soda scents that I have tried. That is another great option from them. That is Soda Snob. And I've got two more little testers here. I don't have the whole collection anymore, but I currently have a tester of Hotcakes by Snif. This is a very recent release. This is supposed to, again, apparently I've gone for the photorealistic gourmands in their collection. They have some of those. They have other things too, but these are the ones I've gone for. So Hotcakes is their pancake scent, and it smells like buttery, fluffy pancakes. Got the maple syrup thing going on. Closest thing I can describe is that it smells exactly like McDonald's hotcakes, and like it's called Hotcakes. So there you go. Very accurate. Very buttery. Not too sweet. I'm looking forward to testing this out. This last little bit out more in the fall. I think that'll go really nicely. And then I only have one of the body mists that came with the collection. There was a set of 3 body mists. There was Extra Whip, there was Hazel Split, and there was this. This is Berry Styles. I'm going to be testing this out a little bit more in the fall as well. And this is like a very like blueberry forward scent. Very jammy, very blueberry. On skin for me, this goes like weirdly kind of licoricely, so like I'm not sure why that is, but it's very interesting. But it's also a really great one. So that is Snif Berry Styles. But I've also tried a couple of other things from Snif. I've tried Hazel Split, which was a sort of like a hazelnut Nutella kind of scent. That was a body mist. There was also the body mist Extra Whip, which was like sort of like a whipped cream kind of very light sweet scent. Both of those were okay, but like not, I wasn't super into those. I tried Naughty Nonna, which is again the No Noses collection. Apparently I gravitate more towards the No Noses collection, which was very like grandma's fruitcake, and it was interesting. Didn't last as long as I would have liked, but it was like sort of an interesting scent. It was in my Perfume Diaries testing video last week. I will put it in the cards. I just recently tested Gentle Reminder. Unfortunately, that one didn't work out for me. But yeah, they have quite a variety of scents that are really worth taking a look at. So something I'm excited to try from Snif. They have a new release coming out. This is called Swede Tooth. It's supposed to smell like those watermelon candies with like the powdered sugar on them, which is right up my alley. I love a watermelon scent. I love a sweet scent. It sounds like something I would be really interested in smelling like. So I'm looking forward to getting my nose on that, hopefully.
The room smells like fig Newtons.
The room smells like fig Newtons. The combination of those 4 things.
Apparently it smells like fig Newtons to me.
Croissants, soda, pancakes, and berry jam combined together smells like Fig Newtons.
But
The next brand I wanted to highlight is the Phluid Project. I've never tried any samples from this brand. There's only about 5 scents that were released. They also sell a lot of clothing and other items. Founded in 2018, the Phluid Project is a business grounded in community, fashion, and education. They value inclusivity and celebrate individuals regardless of gender, race, age, body size, ability, faith, and nationality. Our mission is to represent the community and expand our reach through partnerships and collaborations. At the Phluid Project, we believe in using our platform to amplify voices that are underrepresented and unheard. Through our completely gender-free fashion, we strive to break down the societal barriers and promote self-expression without limitations. So they have 5 scents in the collection. I think there's 3 available now. Something that I would be interested in sampling is called Intention. Intention seems to be a cherry and saffron scent. It's got some pink pepper and rosebud in the opening, and some cedar and tonka wood in the base. I really like cherry scents, so that sounds like something I would be interested in smelling. All right, the next 2 brands I'm going to highlight, they are under like one umbrella studio, and it's 2 separate brands. For overall umbrella is Level 1 Studio, and the first brand I'm going to highlight is KST Scent. This is a new brand to me that I've recently been looking into. They seem really interesting. I don't have any samples yet. KST Scent creates olfactive art rooted in Korean origins, reimagined through a queer contemporary lens. We honor heritage while breaking convention, telling scent stories that are intimate, emotional, and boldly personal. At KST Scent, we pour our hearts into creating fragrances that tell a story, introducing the beauty of Korean culture, self-expression, and confidence. Each scent is crafted with care, hoping to bring back your happiest memories. As an LGBT-owned brand, we embrace both nostalgia and individuality, honoring the past while inspiring joy in the present. I've very, very recently come across this brand. They sound really interesting. There's like a scent that smells like meat, which is kind of interesting. Been looking into it a little bit, and the scent that I'm interested in trying is called Tang Hulu. It is based on the dessert from Korea. It sounds like very fruity and vibrant. Sounds like something I'd be super interested in. The other thing I want to highlight specifically with this brand is they currently have a Pride collection. There's a discovery set specifically for the Pride collection. But yeah, Tang Hulu is the one I'd be interested in trying. Interested in picking up a discovery set from these guys pretty soon. The last brand that I'm highlighting is also part of the Level 1 Studio like umbrella, and it's d.grayi. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. d.grayi creates olfactive art rooted in Vietnamese origins, reimagined through a queer contemporary lens. I haven't tried anything from this brand yet, but I am really interested in some of the scents. The one that I would be most excited to try, there's 2 actually. One is their Pandan scent. This has like a bakery vibe along with coconut milk. Got like a little bit of pine, also smells a little bit like waffles. Would be very interested in trying this. The other scent I'm interested in trying is they have a Durian scent. I think a Durian scent would be really, really interesting to try. A lot of what you hear about Durian is very negative and like very like white people being like, ugh, which is a thing. I'm interested in smelling that just because that's a really interesting note to be in perfumery, so I would try it. And there is a discovery set for that one as well down below. That one is a specific discovery set they put out for API Heritage Month. Editing Heather is back again. I didn't know this at the time of filming, but I got an email from Piper and Perro celebrating Pride and the fact that they were a queer-owned and operated brand. So I wasn't aware of that when I filmed the video, but I just wanted to highlight them really quick as well because they're also a Canadian brand and that's dope. I own Froth, talked about it a lot in the last few months because it's been spring. This is a spring scent for me. It smells exactly like the taro powder you use to mix bubble tea drinks with. It's like soft and fluffy and sweet. It's really, really delightful. I really like this scent a lot, particularly for spring. I just wanted to highlight that brand really quick because I wasn't aware of it at the time of filming, but I am now. So that is Piper and Perro. I think that is it for the video. All of these brands are, to my knowledge, queer owned and operated. This Pride, it would be really cool if you would support some of these brands. I know I'm going to try to support some of these brands. Again, as I said before, there's discovery kits down below for each of these brands. You can try some of these out for yourselves. Happy Pride, friends. Thank you so much. I will see you around.